Hello students, good morning to all. So in this video we'll be discussing the assignment submitted by you, that is the assignment on people of elements, group 17. So the first question was compare the bond angle of OF2, Cl2O and Br2O. You have to compare the bond angles of these three molecules. So this is explained the bond angle of the variation in the bond angle of these three molecules, as all the molecules are similar. That is, there is one oxygen atom and which serves the central atom, and two halogens are there in each of the molecule, but there is very considerable variation in the bond angles. This is based upon the fact, based on the reason that electronegativity difference is there in between the central atom and the corner atoms. Here in the OF2 molecule, this is represented like this: two lone pairs with two bond pairs. Here, oxygen is less electronegative in comparison to chlorine, while in the other two cases, oxygen is more electronegative in comparison to chlorine and bromine. So based upon this, the bond pair of this bond, the bond shared pair of the electrons present in between the OF bonds will be shifted towards the fluorine. So due to this, the bond angle decreases in comparison to the ideal bond angle, which is already reduced due to the presence of these lone pair, but it further squeezes due to the lessening of repulsions in between the bond pairs due to the more electronegativity of fluorine. But in case of oxygen is in case of this molecule, oxygen is more electronegative in comparison to chlorine. So what happens is bond pairs get shifted towards oxygen and repulsion between bond pairs are there. So bond angle got increased than in comparison to the ideal bond angle, that is 109.5 degrees. So the bond angle is 111 degrees. Further, in case of bromine, bromine is less electronegative in comparison to chlorine. So here increase in bond angle will be more in comparison to that of chlorine. That is, OBr2 is having the highest bond angle in comparison to the OCl2 and OF2. That is Cl2O and OF2. Here, so these are the bond angles and this is the order of the bond angles. This student has attempted this question in the right way. The explanation I have already discussed with you. This is the explanation which she has written here. Next question was, interhalogen compounds are more reactive than parent halogens. Why? Interhalogen compounds are more reactive than parent halogens because of the weaker covalent bonds present between the dissimilar halogen atoms than the bonds present in the same halogen atoms. So the bonds are weaker, that means lesser energy is required to break those bonds and those will be more reactive. Next question was, how can we dissolve I2 in water? Reaction. So this question, I don't think the student has attempted it right. For this question, as we all know that solubility, you should start it like this, that solubility of iodine is water is very slight, as it is slightly soluble in water. But if we add some amount of Ki into the solution, what will happen is it gets dissolved. This happens due to the formation of Ki3 molecules. Due to the formation, which is highly soluble in water, this reaction takes place that I2, when it reacts in aqueous medium with Ki, it leads to the formation of Ki3. So this also serves as the evidence for the existence of I3 negative molecular anion, that is polyhalide anion of iodine, that is I3 negative. So this reaction is important in a way that it serves as the evidence for the existence of I3 negative ions. So this is the reaction should be I2 plus Ki plus water. It gives us Ki3, which is in dissolved form in case of in aqueous medium. So it helps to for the dissolution of iodine in water. Out of IBr and CLF, which is more stable and why? CLF is more stable than IBr because in case of IBr, the ions are of large size. This is true. When the ions are large size, there is lesser overlap, lesser extent of overlap for the formation of covalent bond. That is why they are not stable. Discuss the hybridization, shape and predict number of lone pairs and bond pairs in structure of ClF4 positive and IF4 negative. For this question, I have already uploaded a video that is on the concept of hybridization of molecular ions. So these two molecules, this molecule I have directly discussed there, and for this you can refer ClF4 negativity similar to that. So I will not be discussing it again here. Here I would like to point out that fluorine is most electronegative element present in the periodic table. So it can never be present as F positive. And it can never form double bonds. So you can refer, the structure is correct as lone pair is always, it occupies the equatorial position, positive charge is always present on the whole molecule as shown. IF4 negative, the structure is hybridization is octahedral. As all the positions of the octahedral hybridization, octahedral geometry are similar. So we can place lone pairs on any two opposite positions to have least repulsions and maximum stability. Next question is ICL7 and IDF7 doesn't exist. Why? So for the existence of such molecules, what we need is as fluorine and the size of fluorine and bromine are very high. IF7 exists as fluorine is smaller in size, but size of fluorine and bromine are comparatively very high. So it is difficult for iodine to accommodate 7 large such atoms around it, and for the efficient overlap for the formation of bonds between all the fluorines and iodine. So that is why these molecules doesn't exist. Discuss the strength, oxidation state, basicity, and acidic strength of the following. This question can be seen from the video where I have discussed about the oxy acids of halogens. I have discussed each and every detail, the acidity order. The student has also attempted it, right? You can refer here also or the video which I have uploaded, which is yellow-orange solid prepared by passing electric discharge from O2 and F2. So this is a simple reaction for the formation of O2F2, which is done under these conditions. This is an important reaction, so you will have to memorize it like this. What are interhalogen compounds? You are to define here the compounds containing 2 or more halogen atoms are called as interhalogen compounds. No, this definition is incorrect. Here you have to write that in the interhalogen compounds are just compounds containing both the cationic and anionic part, where both the cationic and anionic part of the molecule are served by the halogens. Both the cation and the anion belong to the halogen family. The compounds containing 2 or more halogens can be BCl3, but it is not an interhalogen compound, but it is having 3 halogens. Compound of the molecule of SF4, according to this definition, it is also an interhalogen compound, that it is having 2 or more halogen atoms. But the interhalogen compounds are the compounds which are formed in between the halogens themselves, that is, where cation and anion both belong to the halogen family. Those are the interhalogen compounds. So these are the methods discussed. This is the right answer for this attempt. So that you can just cut short it to small according to the marks of the question asked to you. Here you have to discuss the structure of S4 and 4. The structure also I have discussed in very detail in the video uploaded by me. Here I have explained it. You can refer that. Most reactive halogen is and why? So the answer is correct that fluorine is the most reactive halogen because valence bond or bonding electrons are close to the nucleus in fluorine. It is small in size. So this is reactive because of the reason that bond energy of fluorine molecule is least. It can be broken very easily to the atomic form by the supply of very small amount of energy in comparison to other molecules that we have compared these energies. That is why it is very reactive. The actual reason is this, that bond energy is very low. So the next question is I3 negative is known but F3 negative is not. Why? For the formation of polyhalide anion, here what we need to do is fluorine needs to extend its electronic configuration, but for the extension of electronic configuration it needs the presence of d orbitals, but fluorine doesn't have d orbitals, so that is why fluorine F3 negative doesn't exist, but I3 negative exists because it has d orbitals associated with the valence shell, but fluorine doesn't have it. Discuss the structure, geometry, and hybridization of ClF3, ClF, and IF7. For this solution, you can refer the video on the hybridization, which has been recently uploaded. I have discussed all the hybridization part in detail. If you still find any doubt, you can always ask me. Next question is synthesis of S2N2 and SNH from S for answer. Here you are to write the direct reactions for the synthesis of these two things. And you can explain these reactions a bit as this student has attempted it in a good way. Just that this reaction can be elaborated to a bit more extent. Give one example of S4N4 acting as Lewis base and give reason for basic character. So these are the correct reactions where S4N4 is acting as Lewis base. The reason is that it has lone pairs present as associated with nitrogen atom. That is why it can act as Lewis base. So this is correct. This is all about this assignment. That is it. Thank you. That is it for this video.